What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about NBA player, currently free agent NBA player Bryn Forbes. Now, Bryn Forbes was arrested for putting hands on his adult film girlfriend, adult film star girlfriend. If you don't believe me, go Google her. Her name is Elsa Jean, and I think she's won with an AVN award or two. And that's who he was in a relationship with. And that relationship went south, and he just allegedly put hands on her and got himself arrested. Now, I've said this before, a lot of guys have to really understand the type of women that they get into relationships with. Because apparently, there have been issues. They had went out with each other, issues, and the issues carried over to when they went back home. And that's when things got real bad. And that's when the police were called, and allegedly he had put hands on. This guy's going through it. He was released from the Timberwolves, and he currently does not have a job in the NBA. So he's probably on edge. And it doesn't help that he's dating a female who not only is an adult film star, she does OnlyFans as well. I wonder what they were, upset about. I wonder what possibly could be the reason as to why him and her were going at it with each other. Is it because, he's no longer in the NBA? Is it because, he's out of work and he, feels some type of way about his situation? That can be what it is. But there is another portion of this story that made me want to do this topic, because at first I really wasn't thinking about making this video, but then I saw that apparently these two were introduced to each other by Jordyn Woods, because the guy that she's dating, Karl Anthony Towns, they were teammates. Him and Bryn Forbes were teammates with the Timberwolves. And Jordyn Woods was the one who introduced Bryn to his adult film star girlfriend, which is very interesting. When I saw that, I said, interesting. That's an interesting part of the story, that Jordyn Woods is the one introducing her. First off, how did Jordyn Woods know this particular female? I mean, are they friends with each other? I know Jordyn Woods is on OnlyFans, but come on. I don't know. I didn't really see the connection there until they put it there, right? And she's introducing Bryn to this particular female, and his life has gone south ever since. He's been released from the Timberwolves. He's getting into this altercation with this female, and not only is he out of a job, he's getting arrested, which is going to make it even tougher for him to get a job in the NBA. So let's get into this story. We're going to look at the one from Hot New Hip Hop. It's a little bit more detailed. It says another NBA player is facing allegations of domestic abuse, and it's reported that Bryn Forbes has been arrested. The current free agent was a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves before being released. He was in San Antonio, Texas, when, according to police, Forbes became angry with his girlfriend while they were out for the evening. Things were said to have taken a turn once the couple arrived back home in the early morning hours, probably alcohol involved. The exact details of what occurred are unclear. However, people reported the woman told authorities Forbes struck her multiple times. After police arrived at the scene, EMTs were called to help the woman with her purported injuries. She was later transported for additional treatment. Those injuries haven't been shared. Authorities claim the woman was allegedly struck several times by Forbes, causing injury and pain. They added EMS, SAFD, responded and provided medical attention to the woman. Forbes at this time was arrested and is expected to be booked into jail. The follow-up unit and CSI were notified. Forbes was arrested on suspicion of assault to bodily injury. The Daily Mail report that the alleged victim's name is Elsa Jean, a former adult film star. Their source claimed that Jean had only been living with Forbes for a few months. Forbes, a father of two, signed with the Timberwolves last July. However, he was reportedly released from the team just last week. Formerly, he has been a part of the San Antonio Spurs, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Denver Nuggets, and Minnesota Timberwolves throughout his 7-season career with the NBA. The baller nor Gene has confirmed or denied anything about this incident. The Daily Mail further reported that Forbes and Gene were set up by Jordyn Woods, whose boyfriend plays for the Timberwolves. The outlet source also stated Gene cut off her relationship with Forbes immediately after the altercation. She is reportedly devastated about what occurred. Of course, he's no longer in the NBA. What use is he to her? He ain't in the NBA no more. So she really don't see a reason to be in a relationship anymore and deal with him anymore. I could see the arguing and bickering being about money, probably about what she does. I bet it was about money and what she does on her OnlyFans. I don't know what she does there. Like I said, she was in the adult film industry. You could look her up. I mean, she's gotten some work. Elsa Jean has gotten some work in the industry, man. Just to do some research, and you'll see. And that's who his girlfriend was. That's who Jordyn Woods set him up with. Jordyn Woods set him up with this particular female, and his career took a nosedive when he started living with her. Now, again, I'm not saying that it's her fault, but I mean, if you put 2 and 2 together, I don't think it's a coincidence either. But ultimately, this guy is responsible for what he does. And if you can't handle being in a relationship with her, either for what she does, then you might not want to be with her, because why else would he be fighting and arguing with her? It's either about money or about jealousy. That's what it's about. You're going out with her, things are heated. He probably should have just, went and stayed, or had her go stay somewhere else, or he stayed somewhere for the night just to cool off, because he's trying to make a comeback in the NBA. How is he going to do that if he has domestic disputes on his record? It's going to be very difficult. That's why you got to understand, a lot of these males, man, they're getting caught up in their feelings, and they're ruining their futures by getting caught up in their feelings. You see, he has opportunity to get back on an NBA roster, or he can go to the big three, but still he has an opportunity to get on a NBA roster, and he needs to do that. He can't allow himself to get caught up in these situations where his career can get derailed. Not only that, he's a father. I saw that, I believe he has 2 sons, it looks like. So he's a father as well. And you have a lot to be out here for. You have a lot to work for and live for, and getting into these domestic situations with women who don't even really like you like that is not good. Now, they're saying that she cut off the relationship with him. She's probably been wanting to cut the relationship off ever since he got released from the Timberwolves. And this has given her the opportunity to cut bait. No questions asked. She'll probably get a restraining order on him. I mean, they could always get back together. But just my opinion, I believe they were arguing over what she does online. I could see that being a problem. A lot of guys allow jealousy to get the better of them. They allow jealousy to get to the better of them, to the point to where they'll go out here and end up putting hands on one of these females and costing themselves their freedom. All because they couldn't contain their jealousy, or, being pissed. Did she tell you what? That she was making fun of you for no longer being in the NBA? Did that make you feel bad? Come on, man. You have to choose better. Just because Jordyn Woods set you up with her does not mean that's a good match for you. Obviously, this particular female was not a good match for you. Now, whether she was with you because you were in the NBA, I don't know. But just from what I've seen from a lot of these couples, when they fight And when they get into it with each other, it's usually because of jealousy or money. You know, she probably said something about him getting released. He said something about her OnlyFans, and there's a clash there. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.